Crepes are so good. And if you don't know what a crepe is, you know the saying, um, you can be alive, but you're not living. I think the first time that was said, it was in response to someone who said, "What are crepes?" Anyway, free solo. What's going on, guys? I am the casual reviewer. I'm the fine line between critic and casual viewer. And just to go over a quick synopsis, free solo is a term for rock climbers that essentially means nothing to protect you from falling to your death. And very grim, yeah, but no ropes, nothing like that. And then to more specifics, this movie is about Alex Honnold, I believe is how you say his name. He wants to conquer the El Capitan wall free solo. He would be the first person ever to conquer this wall free soloing. People have done it hundreds of times, maybe thousands. With a rope, he himself has done it many times, multiple times, 50 to 60, I believe is the exact number he's mentioned, with a rope, but he's never done it, free solo. He's done other walls, but not this one. This year has been a great year for documentaries. We had Whitney, Three Identical Strangers, Would You Be My Neighbor? There's other ones that I haven't seen, like RGB, and I believe there's some other ones that I haven't seen that have gotten really good critical acclaim. But this is my favorite documentary I've ever seen. Blackfish used to be up there, but now this one for me is even better than Blackfish. Super Size Me I liked a lot. Three Identical Strangers I loved, and this would be my second favorite film if I included it in my top 10 favorite films. I don't know if I will include documentaries or not. I guess you'll just have to wait and see till my top 10 favorite films at the end of the year, but I would put it second, very close first. This film is absolutely beautiful. Now there's films out there, though they are fictional, I'm not trying to compare them, but something like Gravity or this year's Alpha, they look gorgeous, amazing on the big screen, but the story doesn't pique my interest. It doesn't keep me sucked in. I get bored very easily, like of two films like that. There are other ones that do well, but this one really keeps me sucked in. Maybe a part of it is that it's a real story. The way it's shot, the direction is great. I should have looked up who it was that directed it. They did a phenomenal job doing this. And National Geographic is so good at making nature documentaries or just shows, and they look so beautiful and they're shot so well. Just seeing this one on the big screen is insane. Some of the best shots, like you see, they like go back a bit and you see this giant wall, the El Capitan, which is 3,000 feet high. What is called, I guess, the pinnacle of rock climbing. Although it's not the hardest, it is one of the hardest. And again, there's a reason no one has tried free soloing before Alex. But it goes back and you just see him and then this giant wall, and it puts it all into perspective, and it's just crazy. And they explain, they go through the story of him a lot, how he got into rock climbing and how he was in school. They went over it a little bit, but the biggest chunk, the majority of the film is showing him prepare for this climb. But it also has emotional aspects to it, like it shows him meeting a girl that he's having a serious relationship with now, and that he's never had as serious of a relationship as this one is. And it plays into the, how is this going to affect him when he climbs? Like, is he going to get more nervous? Is he going to feel he has more to live for, so maybe he'll bail because of it, or he'll think too much about it? There's a lot of discussion in the film about, filming it. Is that putting too much pressure on him? Because he even mentions, like, if he were to fall to his death with no one there, it would be one thing, but if falling to your death in front of friends and cameras is just a whole different mindset and adds a little more pressure than you would hope, especially in a scenario that's life or death. You see him evolve almost throughout this as a person, just because I'm assuming from the beginning when he essentially first started dating his girlfriend to like the end, and how he's grown as a person and how he's lived out of his van for his entire life. At the end, it's executed so well. It's so nerve-wracking. You start to sweat, man. I swear to God, I'm glad no one was around me. Now, like, it's so stressful. It is so stressful, and I feel like just the direction was so well, even if it was fake, it would still be stressful, but it obviously adds more stress. And I've seen, you know, many of horror films, some that are just disgusting, that are just trying to throw you off, and, you know, a needle to the eye or something, just, and it stresses you out in that kind of way, like you cringe and you can't watch it or whatever. But man, when you know that there's one mistake is the difference between you continuing to live to you dying, and watching this man for 15 minutes with what seems to be a flat surface and him still climbing it is just it's unbelievable, man. Man, this documentary is fantastic. And the thing is, it's not trying to persuade you in it. There's so many documentaries out there, some that are good, like Blackfish, you know, that it's very biased. Not to say, obviously, I thought it was terrible, and I believe what happened. But it's a one-sided story that you're getting about, you know, something. But this is just one you're just watching a man conquer nature, something incredible. And it was just phenomenal for me. So for me, I would have to say, definitely go see it if you can see it. I live in Illinois, and there's only a couple theaters I can go to see it. But hopefully, you know, I guarantee it's going to be nominated for the Oscar. So hopefully during that time, it'll have more of a wide release if it doesn't expand sooner. But, you know, if you can see it, please do. If I had to give a rating right now, I'm going to give it a 9.5 because, you know, I need to think about it a little more. I'm going to see it again, no matter when. And, you know, maybe I'll tip more towards the 9, maybe more. I'll just give it a 10. I don't know. But phenomenal film. Recommended very much. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you do see it. If you do, I hope you enjoy it just like I did. And with that, I hope you have a great day.